Well, he's certainly up for the game, isn't he? And he talks about the mood around the club at the moment being really positive, which surprised us all, actually, because they've had 3 draws in a row. They're yet to win this season. And from us looking in at the club, it looks as though maybe Frank Lampard could potentially be under a bit of pressure, Karen. But actually, that just goes to show that what we see is completely different to what happens within a club.
But that's what I was on about to you earlier. I think Lampard's done a really good job of associating himself with the fans and getting them on board, and he seems like from that interview he's got the same with the players, that it's probably been tricky for them. There's been a lack of goals, right, they haven't won yet, but internally they feel like they're in a good place, and if that's the way it is, and then that's a positive in itself. But they've got to, I mean, Demarai Gray's attacking player, they need to start creating, they need to score more goals. That's been a big issue for them, so he'll have to step up at the weekend.
One of the positives of the transfer window for Everton is probably holding on to Anthony Gordon, who they've really needed this season, and he's certainly proven his worth to Everton, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, we saw the clips there, not just the goal in midweek, but he played a couple of really good through balls as well. There was one that was offside, there was one that I think was easily saved in the end, but his awareness and his vision and his execution is really good. You can see why they wanted to keep hold of him, even for a fee that most people thought they should probably cash in. But they're going to need him, because with Everton's results, and particularly their performances, the last 2, they go large spells of games with the other team having the ball. They got absolutely battered by Brentford. Brentford scored late, but it was the absolute least they deserved. And Liverpool, although they haven't quite clicked yet, they still dominate those games. They dominated Crystal Palace, they dominated Man United. They didn't get the results they wanted, but if Everton let them do that, I think Everton are going to have big problems.
And we could see Neal Maupay make his first start or even his first appearance for Everton in a Merseyside derby, and he's the sort of character that will relish that opportunity.
Well, he's popped up in some derby games already, didn't he, previously when he was at Brighton? Some important goals last minute as well, I believe, against Palace. So, yeah, look, he'll be well up for it. And I know Demarai as well, being at Birmingham against Villa as well. So a lot of the players have played in massive games against derby. So, but Maupay, I'm really interested to see how he gets on, actually. I think that obviously, like I said, they need goals. You know, he needs to step up as well and bring that to this Everton side.
Is he a good signing for Everton, Sam?
I guess we'll see. They definitely needed something, didn't they? They definitely did. When Chelsea were trying to get Gordon, there was talk of Brozier going there. I think he's better than Brozier, but he's not especially prolific, is he? He's one of those endless list of Brighton strikers who's good overall, but not prolific at putting the ball in the net. And Everton definitely do need somebody to bring the goals. I guess we'll see. But you can see him being the character that they need for the weekend, for sure.